It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Monday, July 3rd, and technically a holiday, but I am here for you guys because I missed you. Remember, me and the dosers need a little bit more. We need to nurture our relationship and connect. Although I will say welcome to the hundreds and hundreds of new subscribers on YouTube. So many of you guys came on in to my episode on Friday about Kyle Richards. We're going to talk more Kyle Richards, Mauricio today. There's so much to unpack there. And I did a whole deep dive on Friday's episode. So if you have not seen that, make sure to watch Daily Dose of Donna or listen to the podcast Daily Dose of Donna. And the episode is called Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. And I break down everything that we knew as of Friday. I hope you guys had an incredible weekend. Is it still a weekend? Seriously, is it still a weekend right now? Because I have absolutely no idea what to know or what to feel. It's Monday. I always feel so weird when these holidays land on a week during the week. All I know is I have 2 more days until I sell until I sell my kids, 2 more days until I send my kids to sleepaway camp for 3 weeks, which by the way, we were just in Israel and Greece, but that is the real vacation. Parents, you know, I can't wait. I can't wait for just quiet morning through night. Very excited about it. Gonna cancel that. No, I'm not selling a course. TikTok thinks I'm selling a course. If I was selling a course, what do you guys think my course would be? You're going to get out of here, mister. I don't know who you are, but you're out, buddy. Okay. So we are going to talk today about a few things. I spent my weekend really kind of trying to get back into the swing of things here in Los Angeles. I am still jet lagged. I spent yesterday, we went to the beach. It was foggy and overcast, but it was so lovely. We went to Annenberg Beach, which is in Santa Monica, pretty close to the pier. And then what we did after that, we came home and I had had a couple glasses of wine for lunch, not just for lunch, but with lunch. And when I got home, I showered. And when I tell you, I have never experienced exhaustion like I did yesterday at 4 p.m. I got into bed, all clean from the beach, no better feeling, right? And I started watching Firefly Lane. I started it on my trip, Firefly Lane, which was on Netflix. There's only 2 seasons. It's Katherine Heigl. I was very anti for a second. I was like, I don't need to watch this. But then I got into it. And now I am on 2nd season, halfway. I'm obsessed. I watched 5 episodes straight. I ate dinner in bed and I passed out at 9 p.m. So that was my Sunday. And today we're going to go see The Little Mermaid and I'm going to finish packing and get my kids off to camp on the 5th. So let's just do a quick episode for those of you guys that are here on this holiday week about this Kyle Richards, about the Kyle Richards, Mauricio, Morgan Wade drama. We should say drama, right? Quote unquote drama. Yes, I did read the book Firefly Lane. So Firefly Lane is a Kristen Hanna book, and I read it when it came out, which was, I remember being in Cabo reading it, and I don't even know if I was with my husband yet. I want to say it was 15 years ago. It's a really great series, you guys. I got really into it. I've been watching every episode. I cry, I laugh, I love it. Something else that has made me laugh out loud is Andy Cohen's Daddy Diaries on audio. So I am a big book reader, but I'm also a huge audiobook listener, and I love Andy Cohen's audiobooks. Just find some people like to read his books. I just want to listen to him talking. He's so funny, and his intonations and the way he says it all, and he also talks to his audio audience, and he gives some insight that he wouldn't have in the actual book. It's great. It's great. Okay. I'm also reading other things. I don't know if you guys are into book talk or book conversation, but I'm also reading Happy Place by Emily Henry, and I'm listening to After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So you guys tell me what to read next. Okay. Oh my God, Kyle Richards. So just to bring you guys up to speed, and I'm not going to, give you every single detail because those of you that are out there have read this. I mentioned this on Friday's episode that I first started to see rumblings because of this one creator, Samantha Bush, who her username on Instagram is Bravo Historian. Love her, follow her. She had first kind of said like something is up. This was a week ago. I was in Greece when I remember laying in bed and seeing this on Twitter. I love Twitter, by the way. If you guys are following me on Twitter, I am Donna Bowling. So I went kind of on a deep dive then, but only since this Instagram user, Face Reality 16, which good for her. She has grown, I think, over 10,000 followers within 5 days. Like I'm going to go over to her Instagram right now. I'm pretty impressed with her success. I was DMing with her a little bit. I was like, this is insane what's happening to you. She's like, everyone is telling people to come and follow me. And her Instagram, I think last week it was like at 64,000 followers. Now she's at 77.4 thousand followers. So it's really, really crazy how much she's grown because people are so dying to know what's going on with Kyle and Mauricio and now this girl, Morgan Wade. So I feel like this is what I really think we need to talk about. There is a lot of stories right now that are feeling very I got a few comments. I'll say this. I got a few comments on my YouTube channel from Friday and on my TikTok saying, like, you are fishing. This is so not real. This is not a real thing. Like, stop, hoping for drama. I'm telling you this. I trust my gut. I'm a gut and intuition person. The second I started to see that maybe there was some trouble in paradise, initially my thoughts were, well, of course they're going to say that. They've been saying this about Kyle and Mauricio since season 1. Remember, he will never emotionally fulfill you. Know that. Alison Dubois. We have been hearing about this forever. So I am not one to immediately be like, it's true. But the evidence of everything since is so strong and so obvious that it doesn't sit well with me to think that it's not actually happening. Okay. When Kyle Richards was told that when the rumor started going around that she was on Ozempic, about a year ago or 6 months ago, I would say, right? When Ozempic became so popular and so crazy. The amount, and I'm sure you guys saw this too, the amount of quickly coming out and being like, I'm not on Ozempic. I am not using a weight loss drug. I am definitely, working out and just not drinking and not eating carbs, not eating sugar. Like she was so quick to come out and say that. I remember Jeff Lewis, I'm a chump. Jeff Lewis saying on his radio show, he mentioned something along those lines. She sent him a DM like, please go on your show and say I'm not on it. I truly believe that this was not something that she had. She was not taking it sitting down, meaning when she heard these rumors that were not true, she wasn't like, let them believe whatever they want to believe. I only know the truth. I don't give a shit if they think I'm on Ozempic or not, whatever. No, she went to town to deny, to say this is not right, this is fake, this is a lie. And some people felt like, okay, you're protesting too much, doth protest too much, right? About like, why are you so big on saying that you're not on Ozempic? It's kind of weird. Cut to this new rumor that has really unfolded in the last week. Just to get you guys up to speed, the rumor is that there's definitely been some trouble in paradise with the Mauricio and Kyle marriage. They have not been posting pictures of each other, or he has been posting some pictures of her, but she has not been posting any pictures of him on her feed. Maybe a little bit here and there in her stories, but on her feed for months and months and months, which is very, very strange when you are a public figure, when you're a huge brand, and when your marriage is a huge brand, right? Like, let's go back to Ariana and Tom. Tom Sandoval was cheating on Ariana, was miserable with Ariana, but he was still posting about her. He was still talking about her all the time because he looked at them as a brand. Now, Kyle, for her to not post about Mauricio, someone who in the past, what we've seen on the show is that there's been like a heavily, a strong, almost, I don't want to say obsession, but I don't know about, yes, I'm going to tell you about that in just a second about Aspen. I don't know about I feel like it was this kind of feeling like she's always been so enamored by Mauricio in all the seasons we've seen, right? Do you guys feel this? She's always felt so incredibly in love with him, and so just like, how amazing is my husband? That's been her personality for all these years. And so for that to just stop cold turkey in 2022 makes you wonder. Now, a few new things have been starting since 2022. Number one, she stopped drinking. She and Mauricio really connected over their partying lifestyle. Now, you may think that this is a crazy idea, but my husband and I like to drink, right? We drink on the weekends, we go out, we socially drink. We're not a Monday through Friday really drinker unless we're on vacation. But on the weekends, we go out, we go to sushi. You see my Shabbat Shalom post, like I drink, right? If I all of a sudden stopped drinking, completely was like, I am sober, I believe that it would throw my relationship with my husband off a bit. It would. I'm not saying that we are only together through that. I'm just saying our relationship would have like a little bit of a disconnect. If you're used to having like happy hour with your husband where you guys hang out, like this is like with cigarette smokers or with people that go on crazy diets and all of a sudden stop eating meat, right? Like if you all of a sudden become vegan and your partner likes to eat steak, it's going to cause a disconnect. I think that that could be a little bit of it, right? So there's a little bit of a lifestyle change. She decided to stop drinking, stop eating all this food. And her relationship with Mauricio was probably very, he's a big stoner. He loves to party. He loves his tequila, etc. That's number one. Number two, he has this new show, Buying Beverly Hills, right? This is the Netflix version of like, it's for the agency. Those of you that have seen season one, let me know if you've seen season one. I tried. I got stuck on like episode 4. I'm just not interested myself. I like Selling Sunset though. I got really into that in the last couple of weeks while I was in Israel. But all of a sudden he has a new show. And so now he's a Netflix guy and he's not really relying on Real Houses of Beverly Hills and Kyle. So that's a little bit of a disconnect, right? So all of a sudden you have like a few big changes in their dynamic. Number 3, their kids are getting older. Portia just had her bat mitzvah a couple of years ago. Portia's probably 14 or 15 years old now. She has a couple more years before she goes into college. And yeah, a lot of you guys struggled to get into Buying Beverly Hills. I think they're doing a season 2. I'm sure they are actually. So there's a few different things that are happening here, but it is very, very clear that something has shifted. Now, this amazing Instagram account did a whole deep dive on the shift, right? The pictures that have been lacking on Mauricio on Kyle's feed. The birthday post that Kyle posted for Mauricio, not on her feed, but on her stories, which is, I love how one of the TikTok comments, I just have to call this out, says, God, people are so involved in other people's lives. And meanwhile, they're scrolling TikTok, which is literally obsession with other people's lives. I just have to call out the hypocrisy. We are all obsessed with other people's lives. If you're on TikTok, you are interested in other people's lives. If you're on YouTube, if you're listening to podcasts, this is the way that our brains work. So, okay. I think that, the birthday post that she had, which was just on her feed, there was no I love you. The Father's Day post, which was no I love you. Exactly. We all are obsessed with other people's lives. I'm so sick of this hypocrisy that I get. Like, you're so lame that you're obsessed. I'm like, you're watching me. So you watch animal videos, not obsessed with people's lives. So bye. Okay. So anyway, I think that there is definitely like a little bit of a shift in the way that he is still writing posts about her, like for Mother's Day and her birthday, and she doesn't comment on it. She doesn't like it. So I need to know what's going on there. That's just my obsession, right? We are all very heavily wondering. If you're a fan of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for all these years, you're wondering, what is going on? We've become so invested in this marriage and this relationship for so many years. So Kathy Kyle, the involvement there is, I mentioned this a little bit on Friday, that she has now all of a sudden very openly and very strongly been very, very close with Kathy and Kim, which are her sisters, which she had a lot of drama with through the years. And the reasoning very well could be family, just, you end up wanting to become close with your family over time, or the more that she's on the outskirts with her husband, who there was drama with the husbands, maybe that's an insertion of a relationship that she couldn't have before. There's a million different reasons, a million different reasons. Another deep dive that Face Reality 16 did over the weekend was, why hasn't Kyle posted for Teddi Mellencamp's birthday? Well, those of you that are followers of me, have listened to this show, have watched the show, follow him on Instagram, know that I am real life friends with Teddi Mellencamp. And I know that Teddi and Kyle are still friends. I know that they're still planning to hang out in the future because one of my other friends was invited out with them for a birthday. Like, there's definitely a friendship still. That being said, this account, Face Reality 16, said last year on Teddi Mellencamp's birthday, Kyle created a whole feed post about it. And this year, she hasn't even mentioned it in her stories. Well, the next day, the day after Teddi's birthday, I think on Saturday, she finally did, write like 4 or 5 slides towards Teddi for her birthday. And I think there's no drama whatsoever between Kyle and Teddi. I think they're still close as all. I think they're still fine. I think everything is okay over there. And people were just looking for things like, oh, so now she's not friends with Teddi either. Like, what's going on? I think she and Teddi are fine. Now, another thing that people were wondering is about her rings. So Face Reality 16 again did an entire deep dive again about Kyle Richards' rings. There's pictures in the last few years of Kyle wearing a huge diamond ring from Mauricio in all of her pictures, right? Personal pictures on her Instagram, press and red carpet pictures, Watch What Happens Live appearances, TV show appearances, etc. This big diamond ring was always on her hand. Around the time that all this is starting to happen, where she's not showing Mauricio, where she's spending a lot more time with this country singer, Morgan Wade, there starts to be a little bit more evidence that she's slowly not wearing the big diamond anymore. What does this mean? Do I think that could be an indication that she doesn't want to show that, she wants to like pull away from her marriage? It could be, or it could just literally be like the diamond, the setting broke, or she needed to reset it, or maybe she felt uncomfortable. Los Angeles is a trippy place right now in terms of like robberies and homeless. Maybe she felt a little uncomfortable about wearing this huge diamond ring. Who knows? I'm never going to judge. I didn't wear my ring around COVID time. I had a different ring at the time, but I didn't wear it for a long time because of COVID, and I wasn't leaving my house for so long that I started to get DMs like, are you and Lance okay? But the not wearing the ring isn't so weird to me. What is a little strange is this Morgan Wade country singer that she's spending all this time with has a ring on her ring finger that looks insanely similar to the ring that is currently on Kyle Richards' hand on her ring finger. Meaning she took off what she was wearing before, which was this beautiful diamond band and the big sparkler. And she started to wear what looks like a very simple, silver setting ring. No diamonds. It doesn't look like any diamonds. And it looked very similar to the one that Morgan's wearing. Then we know about the heart tattoo. They both have a heart tattoo. I can't remember if it's on their arm. I can't remember where. And at the reunion last year or 2 years ago, she was asked about it. And she said, no, it was the last year reunion, right? She said, this heart means something to me, and just kind of like smiled about it. But then she had a real meaning for all the other tattoos on her. And finally, it's on the wrist. Thank you. And finally, Morgan Wade, this rumored, woman in her life, has not only the matching heart, but she now has a new kind of like cursive K on one of her elbows or inside her arm. So there's a million signs pointing to something here. As I said at the end of last week's episode, I don't care either way. It is kind of interesting gossip, and it's fun to now that Scandival is over, it's like this is drama and Super Bowl for the fans, right? We love this stuff. That being said, I do wonder who knows what. If this is actually the case that, over the weekend, by the way, she posted on Friday, I think, that she was at the Montage Laguna Beach, which is a gorgeous hotel, by the way, you guys. If you are in LA area and you go down to Laguna Beach and like just check out the Montage, like rooms are, I mean, it's also a holiday weekend right now. So I checked because I was like, I want to go. It's so beautiful right now, but it's like at least $1,200 for the smallest room right now this weekend. It's a gorgeous hotel. But she was down there. It looked like on Friday, like it seemed like she was there, unless it's an old picture. And then all of a sudden on Saturday, she was in Aspen, which is possible. She jumped on a plane and went to Aspen, and she posted a video of her on a hike with Mauricio, who we couldn't even tell was Mauricio, but she tagged him like very far ahead of her with her dog on a walk. Again, very friendly, like very cohabitating. Also, that video, did anyone think that maybe it was taken the weekend of the Aspen wedding, that they were there last weekend? So I'm friends with Teddy in real life. Has she said anything to me? No way, because I don't ask and I don't want to talk to her about this. That's too weird. Number one, I feel like Teddy and I have a friendship that is based on very other things, not Real Housewives stuff. Like we don't talk about Housewives things at all. And number two, I don't want her to feel like uncomfortable to talk to me about it. I don't want to feel like I'm like journalist, like trying. It's her best friend. If it's true and she knows, she's not telling me. And if she doesn't know, she's not telling me either. But I would never want to get involved in there. So I was thinking to myself, is Kyle Richards back in Aspen? I mean, it's possible they have a private plane. They were in Aspen last weekend. It's 4th of July weekend. Maybe they went back. But then why would you even come home in between on a holiday? I find it all just super interesting. The point is, do whatever your heart desires. But does her husband know about it? Do her kids know about it? If all of Instagram, and literally now all of the Bravo accounts on Instagram, and 270 people who are watching live on TikTok right now, and 14,000 people who watch my YouTube video on Friday, plus hundreds of thousands of other people that are interested in this story. If we are all questioning it, of course her kids have to at least question it, right? If they don't know anything, they're saying, Mom, what's up? And I was saying to my friend the other day, I'm playing with my hair, YouTube people. Don't freak out. The comments that I get on YouTube are real fun. So I was talking to my friend the other day and I was like, what would be harder to take in? That your mother, your adult mother, like when you're an adult, is having an affair with another man, or is having an affair with a woman? Like Farrah, Kyle's oldest daughter, who also is on that show Buying Beverly Hills, who works very, very closely with Mauricio, is older than Morgan Wade, the girl. So Kristen says an affair period would be hard enough. I think one of them feels like just an affair and another one feels like, oh my God, have you been living a lie this whole time? But apparently this is something that happens, that a lot of women become like later in life lesbians. I don't know myself, but we've seen it now happen multiple times. And look at Taylor Armstrong on OC, right? She had a 5-year relationship with a woman before Russell, and then she ended up divorcing Russell and marrying another man. I don't know. Could they be related? They look alike. If they were related, we would know. Why would they lie about that? And then like Kim would know her and Kathy would know her as da-da-da-da. There's absolutely no way that they're related. How would we not know? She said, I met Morgan Wade for the first time. She has a post. Last year, she said, I've been listening to Morgan Wade's music and I finally got to meet her and I love her. So absolutely. By the way, you guys drink. I got a comment saying I look like Candace Cameron. Drink. Every time I get that comment, every day. A lot of people are saying this is worse than Scandival if it's true. Listen, will it, throw off so many people? Absolutely. I'm so interested to see what happens. The craziest thing is this is probably not going to be in this season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I believe that show is over. I think that they've wrapped filming. So if anything, it's coming on to next season if they continue. And of course they would. Like, I want to know what Andy Cohen is thinking right now. I'm sure Andy has texted Kyle and said, like, girl, what's up? Right? I wonder if her co-stars have asked her. All I know is this. If it has been going on for so many months, people know. Like, her inner circle knows. You have to, right? If it hasn't been going on and this is just hearsay on the internet, there would be some sort of indication from her that would say, this is so insane. You guys are insane. Like, she makes a lot of jokes about the Ozempic thing. She said on the Teddy Mellencamp birthday post, she said, oh, look at this picture of you and I in Mexico before I supposedly lost 100 pounds from Ozempic, LOL. Wouldn't she post something saying like, look, this is me and my lesbian lover, LOL? She would joke about it. She would say something. Why was she so intent on saying she wasn't on Ozempic? And yet she's been silent about this. And it's not for press, because nothing is worse than breaking up a family. If there was a rumor that she was having an affair, she would come out and say something. Just like when there was like rumor stuff about Dorit and Mauricio, they all came out and said this is insane. And Morgan was just with her whole family, well, with Kyle and Kathy and Kim on an Amazon Live last week, right after the wedding in Aspen. So I just like to chat it out with you guys. I am absolutely not being, I'm not trying to like stir the pot. Everything I'm saying is just delivering it to you guys. Like, I have a friend's mom who was like, Donna, I need to know what's going on. I can't figure out how to get to this girl's highlight on Instagram. I was like, just watch my YouTube video. You got the whole thing. Oh, and another thing I said on Friday's show, which a lot of people were like, whoa, was that my girlfriend who lives down the street, her husband, who doesn't know shit about Real Housewives, saw Kyle Richards in Aspen about 6 months ago in an elevator. And he recognized her because he sees her enough on my friend's TV for 10 years now, and said, I believe, I saw the girl from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And my friend, his wife, was like, oh my God, was she with her husband, family, who? She was with a tattooed girl, and they were really, really close. So for those of you that are interested in this, keep following along. Anytime new stuff comes out, I will share it with you guys. I am just loving the deep dive. I'm having fun with it. And I'm curious from you guys if you think this is true, if you think this is crazy, if you're interested in knowing more. And when there's smoke, there's fire. That's what I said on Friday's episode. I do believe that if this is something that is true, it's out now enough that you can't hide it. And if she truly has feelings for this woman and is in love with her, which, by the way, if she is, like, power to her. You can't just like end things, right? You don't just end things. But I'd be very interested to see, I feel bad for her if this is the case, because this sucks to be kind of outed in that way. But when you have a public figure, when you have 4 million followers on Instagram, when you've been on a reality show for 10 years plus, don't think that you can expect that your privacy should be like, I don't know. I just find it interesting when celebrities who put their entire lives on camera want privacy. If you're going to show us all of the things about all your businesses and Kyle by Aline too, and your daughters, and we have to watch Buying by Beverly Hills and everything, like, this is also important. This is part of the story, right? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Almost 300 of you on TikTok. Thank you for following all my new followers and subscribers here on YouTube. It means the world for me. Follow me on Instagram at This Is Donna Bowling. And if you're listening to the audio version, I can't share enough how important it is to get the 5 stars and a review that just even says, hi, Donna, I love the show. Anything helps the show. Daily Dose of Donna. This is the month of growth, July. I will talk to you guys not tomorrow. Well, maybe I'll do a special episode tomorrow, but I can't promise it. Definitely on the 5th. Happy 4th, and I will talk to you guys later.